Welcome into this week's edition of Maverick Insider. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside Minnesota State head football coach Todd Hoffner. Coach, really exciting win for the team this past weekend against Wayne State. What did you really like out of your team against the Wildcats?
You know, I really liked how we played football, right? It's never perfect, nor do you ever have perfect plays. But how we approached the game with physicality, with a mindset that was second to none, and just a winning attitude, right? We looked, acted, and played like champions.
Team's averaging over 300 yards per game on the ground so far. We'll see if those numbers change, throughout the year. But just to come out and be as physical as you mentioned, how encouraging of a sign is that? Just to see the way that the run game has really progressed here.
Well, you never know how you're going to get your points. You never know how you're going to get your yards, right? We're over 1,100 yards total so far, so we're averaging 5+. And you had mentioned about 340 on the ground per game. Going into the season, that's not what we expected, right? So we're only trying to take advantage of what the defense has given us, and obviously they've been pretty serious about trying to stop Hayden and what Hayden can do with his arm, and Sheen has definitely stepped up with, he's had basically 3 halves, right, of football, and he's averaging probably 150, something like that, or 180, somewhere around there. But he's doing really well. The line obviously helps him get where he needs to be, and the tight ends and the receivers, and the quarterback's got to put him in the right place. So I think it's a collective effort. The assistant coaches on offense are doing great, and defensively I couldn't be more happy with where we're at right now also.
You mentioned defensively. It looked like some of those adjustments from week 1 to week 2 really helped to slow down solid Wildcats offense. Just how encouraging was that to see?
Well, I think of Wayne's offense as prolific. I don't know about solid, but so we had a really solid effort. We did a really nice job other than 2 plays of keeping everything in front of us. I think we only had 8 other big plays total that were of 10 yards or more. So in college football, that's a really impressive day, and we did a better job of keeping things in front of us as I mentioned, but we also played the ball really well in the air. We had 3 interceptions. We should have had a 4th, right? We had a lot of really good things out of 11 drives. So very impressive day for the D. Coach Taylor and all the assistant coaches are doing a great job on defense. Couldn't be more happy with where we are, but we got a new challenge this week, right? We're facing the Wishbone up at Minot.
You mentioned heading to Minot. That's always a long road trip for the Mavericks. What do you believe will be some of the keys to victory? They're obviously still looking for win number 1 on the season, and emotions will be high with it being homecoming. How do you, plan to kind of go in there and maybe spoil some of those events going on?
Well, it's the old adage of somebody, everybody, anybody, and nobody, but everybody should be collectively involved in trying to solve this problem, the mission of going 1-0, right? We can't look to other people to get the job done. We're going to take 64 men up to Minot, and those men have to be very focused on the task at hand. We got to be on time, on task, on a mission, and the mission is to go 1-0, and that's our sole purpose and focus. We've got to take care of the football, right? We've got to be able to run the football when we want to run it. We've got to be able to, stop the pass, stop the run on defense, and then offensively, we've got to get more than 31 points if we're going to win this game.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach. We'll be back with more Maverick Insider after the break.